Hello, everyone, and delighted to be part of Diversity Mahotsav planned by Avtar. And this is Pradeep Chavda from Sodexo India. I'm a director HR for Sodexo, based out of Mumbai, and truly delighted to be part of this session, wherein I'll be talking about diversity, equity, and inclusion practices at Sodexo. Let me give you a quick snapshot about our company. We started our operation in India in 1997. 2001, we started our facility management services. In 2002, we started our food services. We are India's largest food and facility management services provider company. We also provide technical services. In 2012, we acquired a company called McClellan, and we started our technical services. And we manage complex technical installations, including airports, barges, and big factories. And most of the companies, most of the big organizations in India, they take services from Sodexo India. And in 2015 and 16, we actually moved and we actually reinvented our global model, which is segment and basically a strategic model in terms of segment specific capabilities and ensuring that we present and we remain present in most of the critical segments. So Sodexo India on-site service, we have 1,400 sites. So basically, we are operating in almost 1,000 plus cities with 43,000 employees, 450 clients, and we serve almost 600,000 meals every day. We manage 140 million square feet of space, as well as we serve 1 million consumers every day. And we are present in broadly 4 segments: corporate service, healthcare, education, energy, and resources. So, and we are expanding and we are further venturing into many other sectors as we speak. A quick diversity, equity, inclusion, people snapshot in terms of what is the current landscape we operate. We have 300 plus women entrepreneurs. So the diversity is not only agenda of HR or the leadership here, but even the supply chain plays a key role in terms of engaging a diverse workforce in the organization, including creating a network of entrepreneurs, women entrepreneurs who becomes suppliers and service providers to Sodexo and the clients. And this includes, having vegetable growers. We have a specialized program wherein the honey bee keepers are there, and we train them. We actually empower them to manufacture honey for us. And similarly, we have roti makers, to the smallest to the largest women entrepreneurs associated with us. And the size is really, and the supply chain has a very strong focus around this. Our engagement score has been best in class. We are 92.6% engagement score. And that's a testimony that a right kind of culture, a diverse culture, an inclusive culture also fosters higher engagement. We have 100% employees trained and certified under Spirit of Inclusion. So Spirit of Inclusion is a program which ensures that every manager who is managing teams are certified in terms of how to foster and how to support inclusive culture, how to create inclusive culture, which includes inclusive environment, inclusive offices, and inclusive policies and other things. We have been receiving national level awards, and globally also we are a leader in terms of diversity, inclusion, LGBT, and many such initiatives. As of now, we have 170 plus people with disability, and we have 13 plus NGO partners who constantly work with us in supporting us into diversity and equity agenda. We are one of the largest recruiter in India. We recruit almost 23,000 people, and that gives us an opportunity to include more and more women employees, more and more people with disability, trans people, those, so all this, because since we are growing fast, we hire huge number of employees. We also create first time employment in India, in a large scale. We have this opportunity, and we always try to do our best in that space. Our training framework is very, very robust. We deliver almost 500,000 plus training mandates every year. And hence, we are also rated as among the top 50 best employer in India by AO and Hewitt. And 98% of the women employees, they use our HR system, which is HRS system. We have an app, and I'll talk a little more detail in subsequent slides, because digital is another empowerment to our women employees, so that they can do host of activities in a very swift manner, and they can train themselves, they can do various HR initiatives, they can connect with HR and leaders in a very swift manner. And I'll talk in detail about that in subsequent slides. 109 train and hire partners, they are connected with us digitally, and these partners also gives us a lot of talent, who are women talent, trained talent, certified technical talent, whether it is, we have employees who are electricians, or women electricians, women plumbers. So sometimes, we have this perception and we have this bias that technical jobs are only done by men, but no, that's not true in Sodexo, because we have forklift drivers who are women employees. So we have many such places where technical jobs are also done by women, in terms of managing and maintaining some of the equipments, machineries done by entirely women. And we have 4 gender networks in India, which is Sodexo Gender Networks, wherein we do various women career development discussions, training discussions, and these gender networks are led by a senior women leader of Sodexo, so that the women employees in Sodexo gets a lot of career visibility. They can take guidance. We can appoint mentors. We can have coaches. So we have some global coach available for our leadership team, women leaders, so that organization partners in terms of their growth and development. The entire diversity, equity, and inclusion comes with a leadership commitment from top. And our chairwoman, Sophie Bellon, is herself, driving this agenda at the top level. Also, our global diversity inclusion head, Mia, she has been a very strong advocate of creating equity and inclusion in the organization, and which means that the policies, processes, and various other structures in the company should ensure that equity agenda in terms of equal opportunity, ensuring that the barriers in terms of women development, in terms of gender inclusion, are ensured that these barriers are removed, and policies and processes which fosters the growth and development of diverse talent in the organization is implemented, is something which she's a strong advocate. We started our DEI efforts way back in 2002. We are employer of choice for various diversity, equity, inclusion awards and agendas, and you can see on right hand side, that LGBT globally, we are one of the most preferred brand or employer of choice for LGBT community year on year. Since almost 10 years plus, we have been getting this global award. And Sodexo leaders are groomed to develop the talent, the women talent, diverse talent in the organization. And we are constantly creating environment platforms wherein diverse talent can represent themselves, can share their voice, and hence our policies and processes are built accordingly. Let me talk about those things in the subsequent slide. I would certainly like to share about Sodexo Gender Diversity Survey. And this is something which is the base of the entire fundamental, that why it is business imperative to have a gender balance in the organization. So we surveyed almost 50,000 managers across the globe and 70 different business entities. And we realize, and our outcome says, that 40 to 60% of the gender balance results into improvement and best in class KPIs around various parameters, which are business parameters. It includes the operating margin, it includes the employee retention, client retention. The safety of those sites improves if we have a right kind of gender balance, and many such other criteria that are that really helps in terms of inclusion. So this gender diversity study is a testimony, and it is a fact. It is a matter of fact that it really empowers business, it empowers leaders, and it also ensures that there is a business agenda to the diversity and inclusion to the agenda. They both are connected. They are not independent to each other. 50,000 managers, 5 years of data, and various 5 KPIs, as I spoke with, including profitability, is directly correlated with right kind of gender balance. And our study shows that the gender balance mix is 40 to 60%. This is the diversity inclusion strategy for Sodexo India from 2021 to 25. So we have a 5 years plan. Therein, we are talking about ensuring that every manager is certified by under spirit of inclusion. So this is a year-long program wherein every manager needs to go through certain set of trainings, certain case studies, and many other learning material, so that they build a right kind of mindset towards creating an inclusive culture. Beyond Bias is a program which ensures that the gender bias, and including bias against specially able people or trans people, is avoided and eliminated. We celebrate Inclusion Week, Inclusion Quarter, leadership engagement through participation into global leadership meetings. So almost all the meetings we will have, whether it is a global meeting or it is an India meeting, we will have discussions about diversity, equity, and inclusion. And Feature Your Site is one of the communication platform wherein the best in class diversity equity agendas are featured and appreciated. And this is done globally and including in India. There are 4 pillars to the strategy. One is improving diversity year on year. Other is focusing on people with disability and LGBT inclusion. The third pillar is diversity, equity for business growth and client engagement. So we also partner with our clients. We have more than 400 clients. We partner them in their diversity equity agenda also, and we ensure that we create various kind of development and employment opportunity for diverse group in these companies. This includes even hiring the local people and creating employment for the local community, to hiring people with disability, LGBT community, as well as gender balance. Ensuring that our awareness about the initiatives done by Sodexo is very well cascaded and very well communicated is something taken care by our branding and marketing strategy for diversity and equity agenda, which includes partnering and involving more and more women NGOs into Sodexo, and ensure that they supply us potential women candidates by logging into our job portals and other technology platform, which we provide them free of cost, so that we have a constant supply of women talent. We participate into conferences like this and share our views. And also we connect with various stakeholders, whether it is government bodies, in terms of ensuring that we engage more and more diverse population in Sodexo. Let me share quickly some of the policies and procedures, and then I will talk about the 4 different pillars of how do we support diversity, equity, and inclusion in Sodexo. So minimum 50% women candidates for all regular positions. So the talent acquisition team has a KPI or a KRA that they need when they come as when they come with a final shortlist candidate, there should be at least 50% representation of both the genders. Here we are not talking about that we don't focus on merit, or we don't focus on basically the capabilities and competencies of the candidates, but here we are talking about ensuring that there is an equal representation done by the talent acquisition team in terms of both the genders. Similarly, 30% women to be recruited in the frontline roles mandatorily. There are some other maybe people who are really interested and they would like to know more about it. Please stay connected with us, because our job portal is such an evolved job portal which clearly showcases and shows up the positions which are available only and only for people with disability and other group. I will give you one example that the cashier job can be very well done by a disabled or a specially able person. And many such jobs, again, yeah, it is a bit of stereotype that they can only do it. But what I'm trying to probably humbly and put forward to everyone is that there are a lot of jobs wherein specially able people can do even far more better. Example, we have kept some of the employees uh, who are specially able people in client facing roles, and they smile more often than people like you and me, and that increases the client engagement, that increases the client satisfaction. So I'm just highlighting from that point of view. The bonus for referring a women talent or other diverse group is 150% of the as compared to other bonuses for referral candidates. Project Pragati, I'll talk about it. It's a dedicated project which ensures that every site, means we have more than 1,000+ sites are there. They have equal representation of diverse group. Spouse hiring is a very unique proposal. So we do hire husband and wife together in our company, and because we want to increase our diversity ratio also, and also we have seen that the family income goes up when both husband and wife together working with us, and we have seen the least attrition ratio among these groups. And we do ensure that the conflict of interest situation is not there while they are deployed in the sites, maybe different sites. But this has been very successful program for Sodexo, and it can be another barrier which HR people can actually break in their own minds, that this is not a bad thing to hire husband and wife together, and we have been doing it. Second career for women is also one of the key program which we drive. Some of the inclusive workplace initiatives, like basically the ICC committee, the POSH committee, the Spirit of Inclusion certificate, and there are some consultants who are conducting various women safety related trainings. Then basically how do we really safeguard our women employees, XYZ. But I'll just talk about two things. One is gender neutral designations. There are a lot of designation in facility management industry which are very prominent, unfortunately. Example, you also might have a designation like office boy or pantry boy. So the designation itself is so basically it's not in a right spirit that we are able to hire more and more women into such role. So Sodexo India doesn't have a single designation which is gender biased designation. We actually have a gender neutral, like office assistant or pantry assistants. So those kind of designations are there. And flexi work policy is that, just example, some of the persons with disability in a city like Mumbai cannot commute in the peak office hours in the normal trains and everything. So we have a flexi working hours for them, so that they can come early morning, they can come late in the afternoon, they can leave. So they do not face the typical traffic which is faced by all of us. So we need to be really mindful and respectful to the specific needs of these specific groups, and being humble in terms of creating that inclusive environment. Some of the policies and procedures and processes, like we have gender network which is active since 2011. They meet every quarter. They discuss about the growth of women. They also review HR data point. There the HR team member is not there. It is the women who actually review the HR data point, that how many women employees are getting promotions, career upliftment, other things in the organization. That's the way it actually works in a transparent manner. Gender ambassador, gender networks, some of the diversity equity months, and some reporting and governance ensures that our diversity is taken care. Performance bonus and PLI, 10% of employees and site leadership performance bonus is directly linked with the gender and diversity equity related agenda. So this clearly keeps the focus of the organization leadership team in terms of this particular topic. Various R&R programs like best recruiter, best site, and best women friendly sites, and all those things are also part of these policies and procedure. But I would like to talk about 2 3 important things. Like we have something called angel sites. So these are the sites wherein 40% plus gender ratio is there, women are there, and there are many sites which are 100% run by women employees. And similarly, the women friendly uniform, safety shoes, and succession management process linked with the diversity equity agenda, like we separately track the growth of women, is something constantly being tracked by Sodexo. Job mapping at site role, some online portal to identify disabled friendly jobs, NGO partner network, manager inclusion guidelines. There is a document given to manager that what are the inclusion guidelines are there which he or she needs to follow. Equal opportunity policy, site audits are there to ensure that town halls and everything, to ensure that we have a good culture in the organization. Two of the things, like we have micro loans for women employees, so they can take 5,000 rupees to 50,000 rupees loan through our banking partner. And we have so many single mother in our organization. They actually take care of their kids, and they take care of their housing and food, and sometimes many of them, they're in need of a two-wheeler. Can we get a two-wheeler loan and everything? So these are the various support which are provided by Sodexo. And by the way, 90% plus employees of Sodexo are frontline employees. These are blue collar employees, and only 10% employees are white collar, like us. And that's the way it actually works. And that's why, while you will feel that, oh, micro loan, what is 50,000 loan? But even a 50,000 role is really loan is really empowering facility. So we spoke a lot about gender balance, and we spoke a little bit about the developing the small local 300 plus diverse women entrepreneurs who are constantly supplying us vegetables, honey, chapati, food products, and other things. But we also are constantly working on food waste also. And please go to our website and understand that how reduction of food waste ensure that we are creating a sustaining environment across. Example, spoons which can be edible spoons, and many other things which we are actually doing in this particular space. Some of the companies where we collaborate, some of the clients which we collaborate are the best in class names. And you can see it on the screen that these are the big companies which we work with. We partner with them in the diversity, equity, inclusion agenda. And we together do a lot of initiatives like internship for specially able people, or many other programs which we take part into while supporting their diversity, equity agenda as well. Let me quickly tell you about the digital initiative to support diversity. So 100% employees, including the blue collar employees, have access to our Sodexo HRIS app, which we call it Access HR, which is on Android and iOS. There is a SOS button on every women employees mobile apps. They can press at any given point of time. We can provide them services like ambulance, police department for some kind of domestic violence happening, or if they're stuck on a highway, we can support them. Automatically, the SMS gets triggered to the manager, HR department, safety department, and admin department, so that we can support them. So this is a wonderful. And during pandemic, we got almost 1,400 plus SOS, clicks, and that's the way we actually supported our women talent. Mobile courses for online training, so women employees can do online training in multiple languages. We have 24/7 employee assistance program, counselors who are actually supporting women employees into various languages. The family member of the women employees are also supported in terms of training, and they also have the mobile access for various courses. Just to simplify, one of the course like English speaking course for the family member of the women employees, or if the family member of women employee, their kids need some guidance that what to do, how to become an astronaut, to how to even how to become a doctor, the entire education guide as well as counselors are available in the organization to support. So it's not just the employees, the women employees, but also their families taken care. The job portal access, so they have a mobile app wherein they can get all the jobs available nearby them. So sometimes they want to take a job which is close to the home, close to their homes, so that the kilometers gets reduced. As well as they want to refer another women employees, or they want to, they want to take a promotion or transfer. So 7 days guaranteed job is visible to the women employees, so that they can apply and they can get their career movement done. There are a lot of women NGOs, they have access to our job portals. So they can see at any given point of time how many vacancies are there, and directly sitting from their NGO office, they can upload resumes into Sodexo. Then and various monthly, poster, monthly basically those reports and everything, which helps in terms of. So these are various digital initiatives to ensure that women are supported. Pragati is just few slides more. Pragati is another initiative wherein every site has a specific targets to ensure the gender balance. So there are places, there are sites which doesn't have a great gender balance. So the diversity equity head of India, she actually works with the site and guides them, also completes the training, also does various reporting, monitoring, everything, so that the Pragati sites are the sites where the gender balance can be improved. So together, we have gender ambassador, gender network, and career related activities happening in this initiative. And this ensures and enables that women are not only getting recruited in the company, but they're also growing in the organization. The internship program for differently able people. So please feel free to reach out to us. We have very periodically we are doing these programs, and I'm so delighted to share that once they complete the internship, most of them, they get shortlisted as full-time employee of the company. And by the way, Sodexo is an organization which keeps 100% employees as full-time employees. So you can imagine a differently able person having a very low earning capacity to coming to Sodexo and becoming one of the bread earner of the family. And we have some, we have some of the employees who were actually left by their families, but after getting the job in Sodexo, they became the biggest bread earner of the family, and they were again included back into the family. So that's the unfortunate situation on the other side, but when you empower them, that's what something which can happen. And this is very, very fulfilling, and this is very, very empowering. And personally, I feel great about it. Win back policy is like, suppose there are possibility that some of the women have to leave the job because of various issues, maybe the pandemic, we lost sizable women employees. So how do we win them back? And there's a special program in terms of attracting them back in the organization. We have a geofencing app which allows them to search job nearby their hometowns and homes, and maybe even rural villages are there, they can get jobs nearby the route, because we are really expanded well in the country, and we can provide such jobs. And sometimes we provide flexi jobs also, part-time jobs also. So if somebody doesn't want to work 8 hours, then we have those flexi jobs available in the organization. Family hiring, I already touched upon. Eco Kitchen is an initiative, and just last one or two slides, just for the time proximity. This is an initiative wherein more than 1,500 women, they are trained to sell food into the IT, various IT basically companies, and they create a kind of a canopy. They are given training in terms of how to sell food, how to hygienically serve food, how to basically ensure that they transport the food. And most of these women employees, they become entrepreneur. Their average earning before joining us was less than 2,000. Before joining in this initiative was less than 2,000 rupees a month, and now from 15,000 to 35,000 rupees earning is there. And most of them, they drive two-wheeler or four-wheeler, and basically they live the livelihood, and not only live the livelihood but also lead their family and also guide their children to become better citizen in future. So that's all about some of the initiatives from Sodexo side, and I'm really thankful to all of you for listening to it. And if you have any questions about it, I'm happy to address to those questions also. And thanks a lot, Avtar, for giving me this opportunity to present some of the simple but a humble initiative by Sodexo. And I'm also delighted, to be part of this particular event, which is uh, empowering, which is sharing those information with each other, the kind of exchange platform which has been created. So I'm also truly thankful and delighted that I am also getting the opportunity to present and be part of this Mahotsav, which is a diversity Mahotsav. So thank you, Avtar, and thanks to everyone.